is Rob Ellison, representing Victoria, speaking to the topic, Designer People. Please welcome Rob.
Over there, in the United States of America, there is a small town called Livermore. This town has a fire station. In their garage, the light is left on 24 hours every day. So, that light bulb was installed in 1901. It has been working now for 116 years and it's still going. There are two observations we can make. One, the technology existed in 1901 to make a light bulb that would last a century. Two, we can't buy any of those light bulbs. Does that surprise you? Not really. Imagine the financial hardship for companies if their products lasted a century. Fewer sales, less profits. For companies, that would be economic madness. So is that the real reason why some products are designed to have a short life? My aim today is to understand modern design thinking, to understand the process that today's designer people use to design products. And to do this, I'd like to consider three really common products. Firstly, the most used electrical product on the planet. Secondly, the most important product in my home. And thirdly, the most omnipresent product in our lives. The most used electrical product on the planet is the light bulb. Well, I've done that already. And it raises the first question. Why are some products designed to have a relatively short life? The most important product in my home is the microwave oven. Last year we had a crisis. The old microwave finally stopped working. I had deferred purchasing a new one for 10 years. Now I had to admit defeat. Without further delay, I went to the local white goods superstore, which shall remain nameless. There was good news. There were 2 aisles full of microwaves, different makes, different models, different features, all of them cheap. I stood there dazzled and confused. A tired-looking salesman offered his assistance. I explained to him I didn't know much about modern microwaves because I last purchased one during the Sydney Olympics. He could see I was totally out of my depth. And he decided to do something unusual. He decided to tell me the truth. I asked my most important question. Which of these 50 different models would you say is the most reliable and durable? His reply, quite frankly, you'd be lucky to get 2 years out of any of them. I was disappointed. So he tried to cheer me up. There is good news. We can also sell you an extended warranty. This did not cheer me up much, it just provoked another question. If my new microwave breaks down, how long would it take to be repaired? This time his reply was one word. Repair? I learned a lot about modern microwaves that day. I learned, firstly, they have a short life expectancy. Secondly, they're consumables. If one breaks down, you throw it away and get another one. Which raises question number 2. Why are some products designed so they cannot be repaired? But if I am to understand modern design thinking, I need to consider the most omnipresent product of all. I discovered which one it was last year on the bike path. As another cyclist approached from me, towards me, I used one of my hand signals. As we passed, with me bouncing along the grass, I could see the reason for the problem. You guessed it, they were fiddling with one of these. In just 10 years, these things have become omnipresent. We simply cannot avoid them. They're everywhere. Firstly, because they seem to be owned by everyone over the age of 8. Secondly, because we've all discovered the task of multitasking all of the time, even our generation. So, now that we're attached to these things, have designers taken advantage of that? Well, I've done some research. The first one of these was sold in just 2007, 10 years ago. It was called the iPhone. In 2008, along came the iPhone 3G, then the iPhone 3GS, then the iPhone 4, then the iPhone 4S, then the iPhone 5, then the iPhone 5S, then the iPhone 6, the iPhone 6S, the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 7 Plus. When the iPhone 8 is launched later this year, that will make 16 different models in just 10 years. Why are they doing this? Turns out these things get replaced, on average, every 3 years. Isn't that ridiculous? Well, I'm not going to fall for this one. My iPhone is 5 years old. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Yes, everyone seems to have a better camera than me, but I'm comfortable with less pixels. My iPhone's quite okay. It just has a few quirks. Some of the apps don't seem to work anymore. I've now used 99% of my storage, and my battery life is 37 minutes. Perhaps I will buy an iPhone 8 after all. They only cost $1,000. And it raises question number 3. Why are some products designed so they are not future-proof? So, I have 3 questions. Fortunately, they all have the same answer. It's what academics call modern design thinking. And this is it in a nutshell. To be a success in today's market, every product has to achieve 3 different objectives. 3 objectives which all pull the design in different directions. Those objectives are: 1, technical feasibility. The product has to be designed so it can be fit for purpose. 2, customer desirability. It has to be a product the customer really wants. And 3, economic viability. But here is the problem. When the designer thinks of economic viability, they're not thinking of us or the community. They're thinking of the company. And if that objective is not achieved, the designer will lose his or her job. The product has to be a commercial success. So, when a product is designed so it has to be replaced more frequently, it's all quite deliberate. So, the next time you're staring at a product which is now useless because it's expired, or it can't be repaired, or because it's now obsolete, the design of that product has been a great success. I'd like to finish with some good news. There is a benefit to all of this. The next time you come home with a brand new smartphone and your observant partner unfairly says to you, "The old one didn't seem to last that long," you can now say, be reasonable, lasted a lot longer than the microwave. But also, I hope you agree with me when I conclude that sometimes in today's world, when designer people succeed, they actually fail us.